All right, race fans, we know you've waited and anticipated long enough, as it's time for us to welcome you back here to the old Yadkin Valley Speedway, as we are proud to bring you the Merch by Meekin presents the Midnight Club Tournament semi-final rounds, and it's time for Group 2.
That's right, it's time to finally determine who will be the last two drivers moving on to the final round, as we are down to the final four drivers. So enough talking, let's get down to these driver introductions.
Up first, he dominated round 1 with a total of 18 points and 2 wins, driving his 1998 Honda Prelude. For 2K Racing, it's 2K. Up next, he's been blazing down the track in his 2011 Dodge Charger SRT8, putting down a total of 16 points with 2 wins in round 2. For Blue Line Racing, it's Champaign Papi. Starting in a third-place spot, driving his 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302, he put down a total of 2 wins and 14 points in round 2. For Ironbeard Customs, it's James Ironbeard. And finally, driving the wheels off his 1971 AMC Javelin, he won a one-on-one showdown to move into the semi-final rounds. For Dubious Diecast Racing, it's Mr. Darq.
Now this is what I'm talking about. 3 muscle cars taking on 1 lonely buzz bomber. Now this is gonna be fun to watch.
The odds are definitely against 2K, as Team Muscle outnumbers him 3-1. But only 2 drivers can move on to the final round, as it's time for the semifinals Group 2, Race 1. And as they go down the backstretch for the first time down in the turn 1, it's 2K with the advantage over Champaign Papi.
Now the Champaign Papi powers now through the S-turns, down to turn 2, as he is now your leader.
Oh, 2K's not giving up, as he's right there on Champaign Papi's bumper as they head down the super stretch, heading down to the final turn.
And as they come down to the line, it's Champaign Papi taking race 1.
2K in second place, followed by James Ironbeard, and then it's Mr. Darq coming in fourth.
And in his typical style, Champaign Papi puts down a 17.112-second track time.
And as we go back and watch the first Merch by Meekin replay of the night, here you see Champaign Papi with a nice lead going through the S-turns. As he hits the inside retaining wall, 2K takes advantage of this as he gets right on Champaign Papi's rear bumper.
And just behind them, James Ironbeard is trying to catch up, but he comes out of the turn just a little too high as his car gets turned sideways.
And as the leaders head down into the final turn, 2K tries one more time to put a move on Champaign Papi, but Champaign Papi puts a blocking maneuver on him as he's able to come across the line and take the first win of the night.
As we update the leaderboard for the first time tonight of semifinals Group 2, they see Champaign Papi sitting on top with 5 points, followed by 2K with 4, James Ironbeard with 3, and Mr. Darq sitting down there at the bottom with 2.
Well, just like in Group 1, we still have 7 races left to go as it's time for the semifinals Race 2.
Woo! And would you look at that? Champaign Papi just takes off and leaves his so-called competition behind.
Close call for Champaign Papi. His car almost runs off the track as he hits the outside retaining wall. Here comes Mr. Darq challenging for lead. He gets put into the outside retaining wall.
This is what I'm talking about. There you see Champaign Papi now just on the way as he's once again going to take race number 2.
That's 2 wins for Champaign Papi, as there you see Mr. Darq coming in second place, followed by 2K in third, and James Ironbeard coming in fourth.
Why don't we just save everybody some time and wrap up these semifinals as another dominating win for Team Muscle?
How about you hold your horses and let's watch this replay as there you see Champaign Papi loses control of his car, going through the S-turns, hitting the outside retaining wall as 2K catches right up to him on his rear bumper into turn 2. There you see Mr. Darq tries to get underneath him, and he gets alongside of him going into the chicane.
As they come out of the chicane, Papi and Darq get together as Darq gets slammed into the outside retaining wall as 2K tries to make a move underneath him into turn 3, but Mr. Darq puts a blocking maneuver on him.
Meanwhile, Champaign Papi is watching this all from his rearview mirror as he pulls away in the turn 4 with his second win of the night.
And speaking of his second win, there you see Champaign Papi sitting on top of the board with 10 points with a 3-point comfortable lead over the second place driver of 2K with 7. Just behind him is going to be Mr. Darq with 6, and then James Ironbeard sitting in the back with 5.
Well, they may be at the bottom of the scoreboard, but now they are at the top of the grid. It's time for the semifinals, Race 3. And would you look at that matte black Ford Mustang getting a great jump on Mr. Darq as he takes lead from the outside lane.
As they go down to turn 2, Mr. Darq is trying his best to hang on.
Ironbeard with the pedal to the metal, he has taken off down into turn 3 as the other drivers are trying his best to catch up. Ironbeard gets loose as he gets slammed in the back by Mr. Darq. Here to come down to the line, James Ironbeard is going to hang on to the win followed by Mr. Darq, then it's Champaign Papi, and 2K coming in fourth.
Once again, Mr. Darq is showing just how bad he wants it, as he's not afraid to use that chrome horn to try to take a win.
Well, of course, Ricky, as you know, this is the semifinal rounds, and if you're not willing to use any means necessary to win, you definitely don't belong in the finals. That being said, here you see James Ironbeard with a nice lead heading down the super stretch. However, his car gets loose, as here you see Mr. Darq has a great run as he slams right into the back of James Ironbeard as they come down to the final turn. James Ironbeard gets loose as he comes down to the line. Mr. Darq tries one more time to make a pass as he puts a move on him, but James Ironbeard is able to hang on to it and take his first win of the night.
Woo, I tell you, things just keep getting hotter and hotter as easy Champaign Papi sitting on top of the board with 13 points. But we have a tie for the second place spot between James Ironbeard and Mr. Darq with 10 points. Then you see 2K sitting back in the back of the pack with 9.
And just like you said, Ricky, things are getting hotter and hotter, and we're only at the halfway point as it's time for race 4.
And once again, as they head down the backstretch into turn 1, James Ironbeard got a great jump on the competition.
Oh, as they come down the S-turns, down that turn 2, here comes 2K. Oh, we have trouble in the back. Champaign Papi loses control of his car. Whoa, look at that great pass by James Ironbeard over 2K. As they come down to the final stretch, it's going to be James Ironbeard coming in first, followed by 2K.
Oh, and it looks like Champaign Papi was able to recover, as they see Mr. Darq coming in third, followed by Champaign Papi in fourth.
Champaign Papi avoids disaster as he's been driving on the edge of chaos the entire night. Let's check out the merch by Meek and replay camera as here you see 2K getting along the inside of James Ironbeard going down in the turn 2. Looks like Champaign Papi got on the accelerator just a little too early as his car gets out from underneath him and spins around. Here you see it's battle for first place now as James Ironbeard gets along the inside of 2K as he retakes lead down in the turn 3.
But 2K ain't done yet as he tries one more time down the super stretch, getting right on the rear bumper of James Ironbeard. But James Ironbeard is able to hold him off as they go down the turn 4.
Now let's go back and watch exactly what just happened to Champaign Papi as there you see him going into turn 2. His car gets out from underneath him as he hits the inside retaining wall and tire barrier. Then you see Mr. Darq. He comes around, slams right into the back end of Champaign Papi as Champaign Papi is then able to throw it into reverse as he's able to limp down to the finish line.
Woo, would you butter my butt and call me a biscuit? Hold my moonshine as we take a look at that leaderboard as we see a tie for the first place spot with 15 points between James Ironbeard and Champaign Papi. Not only that, we have a tie for the second place spot between 2K and Mr. Darq with 13 points.
I'm definitely not going to do any of that, but I will say this. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, as we have more racing action after the break.
The following announcement has been brought to you by the Cousin Ricky Order.
That's right, Cousin Ricky fans. You've been asking, and here they are. It's the all-new line of Cousin Ricky t-shirts straight from Merch by Meekin. And to go along with every single t-shirt sale, you also get the brand new CRO Cousin Ricky Order stickers. And speaking of Cousin Ricky Order shirts, they're available in multiple sizes, so be sure to go to merchbymeekin.com and order yours today. Oh, and just like how I've hijacked Funkhauser's channel, I've also hijacked the prices on his merchandise, as all shirts are now on sale for $19.99. So be sure to go to merchbymeekin.com, on Facebook, or call and order yours today when I still have control.
The preceding announcement has been brought to you by the Cousin Ricky Order.
All right, race fans, welcome back to the action as it's time for us to finally finish off the final 4 races to determine who will be the last 2 drivers moving on to the finals as it's time for a finish off the Midnight Club Semifinals Group 2.
Who we kidding? I've said since day 1, Team Tuner doesn't have a chance as my bets are all on Team Muscle.
Well, of course, beyond your blind loyalty to American muscle cars, Team Tuner does have a 3-to-1 odds against them. However, 2K has been hanging in there strong as he's only 2 points behind the lead as we have a tie for first place and second place as it's time for us to go into semifinals race 5 as we are underway.
All I'm saying is I would put all my money in the Team Muscle.
Oh, come on, Ricky. Who you kidding? You're so poor you can't even pay attention.
Says a man who's so cheap you wouldn't pay a nickel to see Jesus riding a bicycle.
Wait, dude, what? Anyways, let's get back to the race action as you see James Ironbeard once again taking lead. Oh, here comes 2K with a great move down to the finish line as he's going to come down and take first place.
Chaos in trouble as Champaign Papi just flipped over Mr. Darq as they came across the line.
2K with an amazing pass at the last turn, putting down the track time of 17.644 seconds. Let's go back and check out what the Merch by Meekin replay camera as there you see James Ironbeard with a commanding lead as he goes down through the chicane, heading down in the turn 3.
Meanwhile, there you see 2K and Mr. Darq door to door as they head down the turn 3. 2K with that high line. He gets a great run coming out of turn 3 as he makes a run along James Ironbeard, heading down the super stretch, and he's able to make a clean pass down into turn 4.
As they come down to the final stretch, James Ironbeard tries one more time to make a crossover maneuver on 2K, but it's too late as 2K is able to hold him off and take the win.
And how about that rollover by Mr. Darq as Champaign Papi gets right underneath Mr. Darq's rear quarter panel, shoving him up and over as they come across the line.
I could be wrong, but maybe there's some bad blood between Champaign Papi and Mr. Darq, as that looked like that might have been some payback for how hard Mr. Darq slammed into Champaign Papi into race 4.
Well, hopefully that settled their differences, because they better get their act in order if they want to move on to the final rounds, as they see James Ironbeard sitting on top of the board with 19 points as it's time for the semifinals, race 6.
Hey, as long as those two are fighting, I'm sure Ironbeard and 2K are loving it as they're watching it in their rearview mirror.
Oh, I'm sure they're both grinning like a possum eating a sweet tater.
Ricky, you never cease to amaze me with the things that come out of your mouth. Anyways, huge trouble! Champaign Papi loses control of his car. He's upside down in the chicane as we come down to the line. 2K is once again going to take race 6, followed by James Ironbeard, and then it's going to be Mr. Darq coming in third.
Somebody hurry up and get my Appalachian Wee Woo crew out there right now as Champaign Papi definitely needs some help.
You're not kidding, but leave the Appalachian Wee Woo crew behind and get some professionals. Okay, never mind, it's too late.
That's right, my second to none Appalachian Wee Woo crew out there with the other emergency crews, pulling Champaign Papi out of the car, making sure he's okay after that hard hit.
Well, as you say, Ricky, I'm pretty sure he's definitely going to have some Dane damage just from them pulling him out of the car. Anyways, let's check out the replay, as here you see Champaign Papi going down in the turn 2 as he goes to the chicane. His car loses control as he rides and hits the outside retaining wall. Watching one more time, he goes into the turn, his top wheels come up, he hits the outside retaining wall as his car goes up and over and slides onto its roof.
Watch it one more time from the turn 2 camera. There you see him going into the turn as his car goes up and over, and he slides down right in front of the tire barrier.
Well, after 2 fourth-place finishes in a row, a DNF is definitely not what Champaign Papi wanted to see. As we update the leaderboard, there you see once again we have a tie for the first place spot between James Ironbeard and 2K with 23 points. Just 5 points behind them, it's going to be Mr. Darq with 19, and 6 points behind them, it's going to be Champaign Papi.
Well, I wouldn't count him out yet, as we have still 2 races left to go, as it's time for the semifinals, race 7.
And Champaign Papi is there at the top of the grid, but 2K got a great jump on him as they go down in the turn 1.
Oh, but here's where Champaign Papi muscles through this turn, down the turn 2 as he takes the lead.
Papi must have hit some nitrous as he just took off as he is in the lead heading down the super stretch. Oh, 2K gets turned sideways as they come down to the final line. Champaign Papi's going to come across the line at first as all the cars are piled up coming down to the line. They're limping along down to the line. It looks like James Ironbeard's going to beat out 2K.
And the award for the most anticlimactic second place finish goes to...
Not funny, Ricky. Anyways, let's go back and watch the Merch by Meekin replay camera as you see Champaign Papi with a nice lead heading down the turn 3, but 2K just puts a pedal to the metal, but he pushes a little too hard as he comes out of turn 3 and gets turned sideways and then slammed by James Ironbeard.
Meanwhile, Champaign Papi, watching all this, just pulls away as it goes down to the finish line. Now watch all the other cars that come out of turn 4 as it just total chaos.
Mr. Darq once again with his kamikaze-style racing slams right into the back of James Ironbeard, which just pushes him right into 2K. Now we have a collision as all the cars lose the momentum, but James Ironbeard's trying his best as he gets pushed by Mr. Darq as he just barely beats out 2K across the line for that second place spot.
As we go into the final race, there you see James Ironbeard sit on top of the board with 27 points.
Just behind him is 2K with 22 points as Champaign Papi made up a lot of ground with that win as he is just 4 points behind with 22, and then just behind him is Mr. Darq with 21. As this is it, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the semifinals, race 8.
This is it, the top 2 drivers moving on to the final round, and look at Champaign Papi just taking off.
Champaign Papi showing he has something to prove as he is just leaving the other drivers behind, as it is no competition, as Champaign Papi is just continuing to pull away.
Papi hasn't taken his foot off the floor as he comes down to the line, and he dominates the final race, coming in first place, followed by 2K. Then it's Mr. Darq and James Ironbeard bringing up the rear.
Champaign Papi taking off like a rocket sled on rails as he just left the competition behind, putting down a 16.688 second track time. As we check out the Merch by Meekin replay camera, he makes absolutely no mistakes as he makes it down through the chicane, heading down in the turn 3 as the other drivers lure nowhere near him.
Papi definitely making a statement for Blue Line Racing as he just blazes down the track, completely embarrassing the competition in this final race.
And you absolutely can't blame him for keeping his foot to the floor this entire time as he left it all out there on the track, proving that he belonged in this semi-final round.
Well, this is it, race fans, the moment you've all been waiting for as the final scoreboard is up as we have our last 2 drivers moving on to the finals.
In 4th place with a total of 24 points, it's Mr. Darq. In 3rd place with a total of 27 points, it's Champaign Papi. And your 2 drivers moving on to the finals with a total of 29 points, it's James Ironbeard. And your winner of this event with a total of 30 points, it's 2K!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. At last we have our 4 finalists.
Right you are, Ricky, after a long time of waiting and anticipating, with round 1 being the 2 teams going up against each other, with the end fighting, with round 2 having Team Muscle and Team Tuner finally going against each other, and then after the semifinal rounds, we have our finalists of Giorgio, 2K, Iceman, and James Ironbeard. Race fans, I give you your drivers. Moving on to the Midnight Club final round.
And of course, we can't forget our other semi-finalists who put on a great effort of Lone Star, Mr. Varia, Champaign Papi, and Mr. Darq.
Right you are, Ricky, as we appreciate y'all and the efforts that you put into building these cars and creating the great racing content that we have today, as well as all the other participants in this competition, and most importantly, those of you watching here today.
That's right, race fans, we wouldn't be here without you.
So as always, race fans, if you love the content you see, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Please don't forget to comment and share, as it helps our channel grow as we bring you more exciting racing action here from the old Yadkin Valley Speedway, home to the Winston-Salem Racing Series and the Funkhauser Diecast Racing League.
And of course, we can't forget our sponsor, Merch My Beacon, who provide all the amazing racing signage you see around this track. Merch My Beacon is your headquarters for all your custom metal diecast signs and much more. And don't forget about their personal gift ideas too. Merch My Beacon. Gotta love those signs.
Well, that's gonna do it for us here, race fans, for the Funkhauser Diecast Racing League. We will see you next time for the Midnight Club Finals.
This has been a presentation of the Funkhauser Diecast Racing League.